No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the Yukon Huskies. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Yukon Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Yukon will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. Coming out with it, it's Batista. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Offense in a bunch formation. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wants to go up top. Still looking, on the move. Got a little space. Keeps it and gets past the chains. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Turning it on! They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The running back has it. Look out, he's got room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Nebraska 7, Yukon 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Silver. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He's got his man. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Huskies in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
Makes a move. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll go to the ground. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Huskers have moved it inside the 20. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Power football with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! A great catch and run for 6. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Going back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nebraska! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Silver. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. The give to the back. Finding an escape route. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Back to pass, it's Silver. Pocket breaking down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be third and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm, and that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Huskers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UConn going back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. Time to take a shot. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. And the Huskies are in the hurry-up.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
He's not afraid to go deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They've got it at the 41. Third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. First down and more. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. Strong, firm tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. They want to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
To the ground with the back.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air. It's Silver. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. to the air on first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They're dealing with a second and long. Snap it to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He smashes his way through again. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. UConn quick to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, and you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone, the offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are. Grab. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Makes the grab down the left side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Tight end getting vertical. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. UConn quick to the line. Offense changing the play. To the air, it's Silver. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
And back to the air on second down. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll send the back in motion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, UConn.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Moves. Roll it.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Silver. It's caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. UConn quick to the line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
Out of the backfield, he's open. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Third down coming up after the completion. Leaves it with the running back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Knocking on the door, offense now in the red zone.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Looking for a man. It's Silver. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He might want another play. They just keep firing. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Batista. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Gain of 17
A lot of
on
smiles
the play.
right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything worked.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Quick pass on the fly motion. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husker!
And they pay off the drive with a touchdown run, but what a drive. Almost the full length of the field, 98 yards. That's how you put a drive together when you're backed up on your own 2-yard line and get 6.
And the point after is good.
That makes the score Nebraska 49, UConn 3.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Play of the quarter coming. Leaves it with the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to throw it Silver. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. UConn quick to the line.
This has been a frustrating day. They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Good timing on the quick out. A defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man on the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Caught. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. UConn is now threatening in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try the middle. There he goes. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He's got it. It's a catch along the sideline. Didn't need much, but got enough. Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. It's Silver. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Making side adjustments here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Spits it out to the back. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, UConn.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He'll bring it out. It's Batista. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's into the open down the middle. At the 20. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Once he got some room, it was over. They tack a little more onto this lead. on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. UConn going back to work on offense. Back to throw, it's Silver. Got his man quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quarterback may change this route. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Extending the play. Trying. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UConn offense goes back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Back to throw, it's Silver. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. And he throws another interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To throw, it's Silver. Under fire. Intercepted for the 11th time. He goes down after